Leo, you played these guys twice in 3-4 days. What makes it difficult?
Well, you can't. We talked about it before the game. It's their third game in 4 nights. You can't beat yourself. We gave up a shorthanded goal in the last minute of a period. We gave up a goal with 0.7 seconds left. That was the only way. And credit to them. They blocked a ton of shots. We had a ton of ozone time. And we just refused to shoot the puck. I mean, you got to find ways there's going to be some games where you got to score goals where it's not a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2. You got to get to the hard areas. And we didn't get to the hard areas. They did a better job. I didn't think we played a bad game. I thought we carried a lot of the play. But the margin for error is, you look at all the goals they scored. We beat ourselves. And did a really good job. Credit to them. That's a good team. Good teams find ways to win, and they found a way to win.
Talk about not shooting the puck. Is it that you guys are just looking for the pretty play?
For sure. There's going to be certain, if you're on a 2-on-1, the 3-on-2s make plays, but when we're in ozone time and we have them out there for a minute 30 seconds in the second period, 3 shifts in a row, and we refuse to shoot the puck, I mean, you're not going to score if you don't shoot. And you got to get to the hard areas. You've got to do a better job. It's got to be. I really like our play away from the puck. It was another game where we let up less than 20 shots a game. If you look at the chances, we probably doubled them in chances. But you got to find, it's got to be more of our DNA to get to the hard areas.
Look now, I mean, you're playing in 20 hours again against Toronto. What does your team need to do? It's got to be more mental than anything.
Yeah. Sure, these games, and when you play 3 games in a week, you got to have some mental toughness, and you got to be willing to compete. Yeah, the 2 things you can control in games like this in a long week are your effort and your attitude. And I thought we had a lot of guys going tonight, but our top line, one of our top lines, needed to be way better. That's why they didn't play. You can have all the skill in the world. If you don't compete, it's not good enough.
How much of not wanting to shoot is 2 games in a row against that team and seeing everything blocked and back in their face?
Well, yeah, we have a responsibility to get shots through. Like every team tries to block shots. They do a really good job of it, but you got to get your shots there. And there's times where we have times to shoot. I look at the one in the third period. It's a 2-1 game. We got the puck in the slot and we refused to shoot the puck. You got to shoot the puck. I mean, they must have blocked 25 to 30 shots. And credit to them. It's a really good team, and they block shots, and they don't beat themselves. And we just got to have more of a mentality of getting to the hard areas and scoring goals where it matters the most.
I mean, Kisikoff hasn't played a lot. Obviously wants to get in the lineup. He stopped really good save first period on him, and then a goofy bounce off his stick ends up being the winning goal.
Yeah, I thought his line, Yabo Mur, and gave us a lot of really good shifts. They did a great job. The last one, I wouldn't put that on him. I think we need to flex out on the D-man in front of the net to get the block, and those things can't happen. If you give up goals, you give up 2 goals with a minute left to go in periods, you're not going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, on him, but the guy who was fighting to get in the lineup, and then
I don't fault that on him. I thought he had a really good game. I believe he got an assist on the first goal, and credit to him for sticking with it and giving us really good minutes tonight.
No spots where, you mentioned the shooting itself, but down near the net where you did have a lot of, Amherst with the puck, and then they did a really good job to defend down low. How did they make those particular spots tough?
Yeah, they're heavy. They got really big D. They're really good at boxing out. I would say that's they do a good job of when they have extended shifts, they pack it in real tight and they force you to get to those hard areas. And if you don't want to get to those hard areas, you're not going to score. But they do a really good job in front of the net. Their goalie sees a lot of pucks. And, I look at shifts where we have extended ozone time and, the second period, and we shoot a puck on goal, and the goalie saves it because we don't have a net front, and instead of extending the play, puck goes in the corner where you have layers out front of the net, they get a whistle, they're allowed to change. Those are huge shifts in games where they found a way to get through the shift, and credit to them.
Even the first, maybe 8 minutes left, somewhere in there, where you had the puck in their zone for, seemed like a full minute, and I don't know if there was a shot.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I know exactly what shift you're talking about. That was the exact play. We had a defenseman come in, their guys weren't in the right spots, and we didn't shoot the puck. We skated the puck in the corner, and it's just, I mean, if you look at the shots that they had, we should have had 45 shots on that. I mean, easily. They blocked a lot of shots, and we passed up a lot of shots.
So with that, we're going to see Laval 6 more times in the regular season, and with them being such a good shot blocking team, how do you direct, the offense going forward to?
I just the willingness to want to get to the net front. It's hard. Like, you got to really commit to it. Like, you got to dig in, and you got to have grit and fearlessness to get into the hard areas of the rink. And that's where goals are scored. And that's where goals are going to be scored as the games get tighter and everybody comes back, defends the same way. And we're getting ozone shifts, but if you don't have anyone at the net front and you're not getting second, third opportunities at the net, they're just ozone shifts, And I thought it was one of those games where we, as a coaching staff, we knew exactly what we were going to, they had a tough game last night. They played an overtime game, 65 minutes, going to a shootout, travel, and we knew what they would, but they did a great job of getting out of those shifts and getting pucks out when they needed to.